Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the OARL, the Online Autograss Racing League for the National Qualifiers Round 2 here at Pennine Autograss. And to take us through all the racing here today, our commentator Jason Baker.
Right, so we're going to be looking now to the Pennine track here with the Class 8s as we see Heat 1, Race 1 up on the line, looking for the track clearance as the bungee goes up then, and away we go. And Jay Jones, Connor Jones look quick from the inside. Who's going to join him? Matthew Hickenbottom in the Sturton 62 looks to be there with him as Jay Jones then gets the rest of the race. Connor Jones though looking up the inside in the North Wales 115 machine as the two North Wales drivers go side by side. Josh Tickle working his way up the order in the Pennine number 74. Jordan Candy is there as well as your 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 nose to tail through the pit bend for another time of asking. Connor Jones to lead. Jay Jones up the inside there. We're in the North Wales 115 machine. Josh Tickle right there with him. Homeboy on track and sits in third place. That's always we've got Connor Jones up in aerial. Red flags out on that one. Rerun straight up on this one, and a green flag for Connor Jones to the North Wales 115, but we're off again. A better start for Matthew Hickenbottom on the centre of the grid this time. Connor Jones still gets into the corner first this time as they go 5 abreast just about through the first bend. It's a wide old turn at turn 1 here at Pennine. Matthew Hickenbottom looking at the inside trying to split the two Jones, and he does just that for the time being. Jordan Candy though from the back of the field looks to come up. He slides up into second place to motor Matthew Hickenbottom down. There's a bit of a contact as Jay Jones works his way past both of them in the North Wales 105, but while this is happening, your race leader is Connor Jones starting to break away just that little bit. Jay Jones trying to reel him back in. Jordan Candy trying to consolidate third place ahead of Matthew Hickenbottom. Wes Hackaway looks like he's in trouble in the breeding herd number 1 as they come back through for another time of asking though. 2 abreast through the pit corner. Jordan Candy under pressure. Matthew Hickenbottom looking for a way through in the Sturton 62. He's through, but back up the inside comes Candy in the South Somerset machine. Hickenbottom back up the inside once again though for third place as they continue their battle. First and second still close between the two Jones, but Matthew Hickenbottom under pressure is Jordan Candy trying to find a way back through for third place. Back up to the race leader though. Connor Jones still leads. Jay Jones a little bit of understeer as he tries to find that inside line in the North Wales at 105 machine as they come round. Another lap completed. Connor Jones it is that leads them onto it. Jay Jones just starting to come under that little bit more pressure now from Matthew Hickenbottom in the Sturton 62 with Josh Tickle up into fourth place at the cost of Jordan Candy. But back up to the front to the two Joneses, it still is the leads, nothing to separate it, but now Matthew Hickenbottom with one more lap to go, looking to join on with the battle. Connor Jones still leads. Jay Jones still looking for a way through. Hickenbottom still there in third place as they head down the far side then for the final time and into that top bend. Connor Jones still leads. It looks like he's done enough. Jay Jones is right on his trumpet, but as much as he may blow, it'll not come to suit as he takes second place behind Connor Jones. Matthew Hickenbottom takes third place. Heat 2 then ready and raring to go here in the Class 8, looking for the bungee. Bungee goes up there, now away we go. Kieran Griffiths looks to get the best of the initial breaks, but it's going to be close as they head down to the first corner. Griffiths is in leads. Yeardley on the outside. Zach Yeardley from the Sturton Club. Aaron McGrath from the Carno Club is there as well. He's looking up the inside. Zach Yeardley, a very wide line. Gareth Matthews a look to come through as well, but it's not to be. Zach Yeardley make that outside line work. They're still in second place at the minute, but still under pressure as Aaron McGrath looks for a way through. Kieran Griffiths though, up and away he goes in the Severn Valley machine as he heads back up into that top bend. Zach Yeardley still there in second place, bit of a title line this time. Aaron McGrath though from Carlo under pressure as Gareth Matthews from the Invicta Clubs looks up the inside, almost contact as they try and head the way through. Aaron McGrath still under pressure. Third place is his for the time being. Gareth Matthews is there as well, and Adam Robinson down at the back of the field is in the DARL number 1 machine, but back up to the front. And it is going to be Kieran Griffiths that still leads the way, starting to come under that little bit more pressure now from Zach Yeardley as the pressure's back off for third place as Gareth Matthews found a way through. He's up the inside. McGrath on the outside as they head back through that top end for another time. Matthews making his car as wide as possible, cutting off a bit of the pace though as he just gets along that top bend. McGrath is back up into third place. Speaking of second place though, Zach Yeardley looks like he doesn't want it anymore. He's up the inside. Griffiths under pressure, a little bit of contact as they head down that far side, but Yeardley's up into the lead then. Kieran Griffiths looks to fight straight back, looking for the inside line, but he can't make it stick just yet. There's one more lap left to go. Zach Yeardley, it is that leads the way for the time being as he tries to fend off the challenge, as Kieran Griffiths joining with him to try and avoid the spinning Adam Robinson there as they enter the penultimate bend, but no, not phased at all as they head through the top corner then, and to the checker flag. It's going to be close, but it's going to be Zach Yeardley that takes the win from Kieran Griffiths in second place. Gareth Matthews manages to hold on for third ahead of Aaron McGrath, who will come out Adam Robinson a lap down in this one. Third one then of your Class 8, just 4 cars out there this time. Bungee's up and away we go. Big wheelie from Parnell on the inside. It's not going to help him out of the gate though as Charlie Mustoe heads into the corner first. Adam Cochrane though diving straight up to the inside. Colin Coventry's there as well. In third place, Kane Parnell demoting himself to the back of the field with the start, but straight back up into third place he goes. In the Spalding 129, Cochrane it is though that leads. From the Down Autograss Club, Charlie Mustoe slotting into second place. Looking to see if he can find a way through. Kane Parnell trying to work his way back up the order though from the Spalding Club as they head back up into that top bend for another time of asking. Charlie Mustoe looking to challenge but just drifts slightly out wide, coming now into the clutches of Kane Parnell as he 1, 2, 3 all start to separate themselves from your fourth place man. Callum Coventry starting to fall a little bit further back, but Cochrane trying to open that gap up now. The Down and Autograss machine is trying to pull away. Charlie Mustoe still there in second place but just scrubbing a little bit of pace off. Kane Parnell trying to capitalise from the Spalding Club as they head back up into the start bend for another time of asking. Kane Parnell just drifting out wide that little bit, losing that little bit of grip as he tries to fight his way higher up the order as Charlie Mustoe started to feel the pressure, starting to allow your race leader to pull away ever so slightly as Cochrane heads off into the distance. Mustoe's under pressure, Parnell's onto the gearbox in the Spalding 129, but a corner like that certainly ain't going to help him as once again he scrubs off all the pace and opens that gap up as they continue on their merry way through the top bend. Callum Coventry's a little way further back at the minute, but it's the 1, 2, 3 that we're going to focus on with one more lap left to go. Cochrane just opening that gap up wider and wider. Mustoe still under pressure as Parnell trying to find a way through in the Spalding 129 machine, but as they head up into that top bend for the final time then Adam Cochrane, it looks like it's going to be a comfortable victory for the Down Autograss driver then as he comes across the line to take the win in this one. Second place will be Charlie Mustoe from Kane Parnell and Callum Coventry. Heat 2 then up on the line. Race 1 is up and underway then. Good start for Matt Hickenbotham, but it looks like on the gear changes Cochrane it is once again that's going to head into the corner first. Connor Jones goes with him. Josh Tickle right the way around the outside. Harry Russell trying to go right the way around the outside but ends up facing the wrong way. Cochrane it is that leads though. Mustoe looking up the inside of Josh Tickle for second place. Somebody else is in the mix as well. Can't quite pick out who that is as they work their way through though. Adam Cochrane it is that gets himself out of front from Josh Tickle in second place. Third place it looks like Matthew Hickenbotham in the Sturton at number 62. Charlie Mustoe though right there with him as your 1, 2, 3, 4 and indeed 5 are lining up just behind him. I think it's going to be the Connor Jones machine that's just behind, but Cochrane it is that leads just slowing through that top bend though. Josh Tickle having a bit of a sniff there up the inside but not to be. Pennine number 74 trying to work his way through. He's looking up the inside. Matthew Hickenbotham ready to pick up the pace should anything go wrong in third place. This is 1, 2, 3 try and break away from Charlie Mustoe and Connor Jones. Oh, red flags come out as carnage up in that top bend then as you 1, 2 and 3 little too close for comfort as we look back then to the line. It looks like Adam Cochrane, your race leader in that one, excluded from this rerun as we're going to look to see the top 5 or these 5 should I say back out for another time, just waiting for the bungee to go. Right, bungee is in place then under starters orders as we look to that bungee. Up it goes and away we go once again. It's an even break. You 1, 2, 3 and 4 all going to head into the corner first though. Charlie Mustoe just gets his nose in front. Connor Jones up the inside once again. Josh Tickle on the outside. 4 abreast into the bottom bend though. They all just about scrape through as Mustoe leads. Tickle in second place. Hickenbotham looking up the inside with Connor Jones is sat there as well as you 1, 2, 3 and 4. It's almost carnage. Little bit of contact to make Charlie Mustoe from first down down into third place straight away. He looks back to fight for second place though. Connor Jones under pressure, but likewise he's trying to put the pressure onto your race leader Matt Hickenbotham. It is your new leader in the start to number 62. Contact from Jones and Musto there as they try and head the way through, and I think Musto's round. He is indeed. He's off and in the marshal post. Josh Tickle then will take up that third place slot and take on the challenge, trying to hunt down your second place man Connor Jones, who's in his own little battle with your race leader Matthew Hickenbotham. It is in the start to number 62 that leads back past us for another time of asking. Hickenbotham from Jones from Tickle. You 1, 2 and 3 as they head back through that pit bend for another time. Matthew Hickenbotham just taking it steady. Connor Jones trying to find a way to reel him back in like a fish in a rather dry pond here at Pennine, but back up to the front it is still Hickenbotham, but that gap is starting to close. Connor Jones started to make some headway. Josh Tickle on home turf trying to find a way to claw his way back in to this leading fight, as well as Connor Jones just looking up the inside, but Matt slamming the door in his face, just about stubbing the toe of Connor Jones, but not quite stubbed it hard enough as Jones looks up the inside. I think a little touch with the marshal post with a lap to go. Tickle is now back involved as well. You're 1, 2 and 3 nose to tail through the penultimate bend. Then Hickenbotham is looking to try and hold on for his might in the Sturton 62. We've got a spinner on the top bend. It'll not affect this though as Connor Jones looks towards the outside trying to find the grip. Can he make it work? Not yet. He'll take the Armco for his efforts, but he'll take second from Hickenbotham, who takes the win, and Josh Tickle in third. Right, so Class 8 Heat 2, Race 2 up on the line then. 2 DLR machines out this time. Jordan Candy and Adam Robertson sitting those. Jay Jones, Tom Morgan and Kane Parnell will join them as well. So looking at the bunch then for race 2, up it goes and away we go racing, and it looks like it's going to be Jay Jones that gets to the best of the breaks. The 2 DLR machines go with him, with somebody's trying to go up the inside. It's Tom Morgan in the Forest D number 40 machine as they head back up into that top bend then for the first time of asking. Jay Jones it is that leads the way in the North Wales 105. Tom Morgan starts into second from Jordan Candy. Then we've got Kane Parnell and Adam Robinson down at the back of the field with all the work to do as he's looking straight away up the inside, trying to gain that ground, but it's not going to work like that as he finds himself facing oncoming traffic. So Jay Jones it is then in the North Wales 105 that leads Tom Morgan under that little bit of pressure. Jordan Candy looking for a way through. Kane Parnell looking to break into the top 3, but once again he's overcooked it on that bottom bend. You 1, 2 and 3 then continue on their merry way. Jay Jones it is that leads, building that gap up now over your second place man is Tom Morgan, looking to try and reel him in the Forest D machine as Adam Robinson rejoins the party, but he's a lap down now in the DLR machine. Jordan Candy is the DLR machine we want to be taking close consideration till he sits in third place and still looking for a way to claim back through. Tom Morgan will be first on his list. He sits in second place at the minute as he's still trying to reel in your race leader. Jay Jones doing everything he can though, keeping that gap consistent, keeping himself in front as they head through that pit corner for another time as Jay Jones still your race leader, then Tom Morgan in second, Jordan Candy in third. Kane Parnell I think is still on the lead lap in the Sporting 129 ahead of Adam Robinson as they head back round then for the penultimate time. One more lap left to go. Jay Jones has opened that lead up now. It looks like it's all comfortable for the North Wales driver as second base man Tom Morgan is still under that bit of pressure. Jordan Candy not been able to find a way through yet from the South Somerset club as they look to work their way through. Then checker flag is out this time. Jay Jones it is that takes the win from Tom Morgan in second place. Jordan Candy will take third ahead of Kane Parnell and Adam Robinson. Heat 2 race 3 then up onto the line, and this time it looks like we've just got about a full accomplishment of drivers. We've got Callum Coventry down there in the Penhow number 58, just slotting into position. Bruno number 1 at Wes Hathaway. We've got Kieran Griffiths in the Severn Valley number 4, Zach Yeardley, Reese Candy and Kenny Smith are all down there as well as Bungee's up there. Away we go racing. It's an even break from the whole field, but there's going to be a pinch point in the centre in a moment as they head into the top corner. Then Aaron McGrath it is that gets the best of the way. Somebody's right the way out wide into the farmers field next door. Is Aaron McGrath slipping out wide. Kieran Griffiths is through and he's overcooked it into the marshal post, and Hathaway collects him as well from the Breedon Hill Club. That brings out the red flags, and so straight away back to the wheel, and then excluding it Kieran Griffiths, but the rest of them are away in racing. McGrath looks quick from the centre of the field once again. Yeardley's going to go with him. Hathaway's there as well as they come through. That is Kenny Smith getting themselves up into the mix. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 as look at Reese Candy from 5th and up into 2nd place. He'll settle for that for the time being as he'll go after the hunt for your first place man. Yeardley's out wide looking for the grip. Hathaway trying to work his way through as well in the Breedon Hill number 1, but while all this is happening is Kenny Smith Smith from the Stroud and District Club in the Stroud number 4 that leads the way. Zach Yeardley's there in second place. Reese Candy from the South Somerset Club sits in third. You 1, 2 and 3 then look to break away. Wes Hathaway's something's happened to him as he's out of contention for the lead in this one. Is Zach Yeardley far from it. Up the inside he goes. Kenny Smith's under pressure. Yeardley's through. Can Kenny do anything about it? Looking back up the inside, there's understeer, and now Candy's going to look for a way through as well. There's contact from second and third, and it's the 2 DLR cars sit there in second and third place, squabbling away. Your race leaders away and gone as Yeardley throwing up into the lead. A little bit of overcooking for Kenny Smith, puts him down in the third place, having to chase back down Reese Candy, but it's not going to work like that as you 1 and 2 are just about cleared now. Zach Yeardley it is that leaves Reese Candy in second place. Problems with Aaron McGrath as we see the race leaders pass him from the Carlo Club, but no such problems for Zach Yeardley, your race leader, in what seems to be a race of attrition. Is you 1 and 2 the only ones by the looks of it not to have had a spin in this one. As Zach Yeardley starts his final lap. Reese Candy is the man that's in second place. I think Kenny Smith is still in third place in the Stroud and District number 4 at the minute as they look to come through. Though Aaron McGrath I think he's been lapped, but if he is on the race lead, he is the one that's in third place. His checker flag comes out then irrespectively. A lap scores to sort this one. Zach Yeardley it is that takes the win. Reese Candy will take second place, and Wes Hathaway after all that confusion in that race is the one that takes third place ahead of Kenny Smith to Aaron McGrath for being a lap down and taking 6th. Then up on Heat 3 then up on the line, final round of the qualifying for today's racing here at Pennine. We've got 5 cars up on the grid. Jay Jones, Aaron McGrath, Adam Robinson, Connor Jones and Kane Parnell all line up down there looking for start orders, and bungees up and away we go. Slow start from McGrath, but quick from the inside goes Jay Jones. Connor Jones is going to join him. There's contact in the first bend up and down the field. The only person without contact I think is Kane Parnell, and he's going to use it to his advantage. Up into third place it goes. The 2 Jones, as with Heat 1 then, are going to battle it out for first and second. Jay Jones it is that leads up into the top end. Connor Jones though looking up the inside. Kane Parnell once again in the same spot, overcooks it on that pit bend, and it looks like Aaron McGrath collected him. So you're 1 and 2 then, that's where the battle will be. Up at the front, Jay Jones holding on, but only just as Connor Jones looks for a way through, hugging that back end as they work their way back into the top bend for another time. Right on the back end is Connor Jones as he looks for a way through, going to slip it to the slightly wider line this time, trying to kick the back end out, looking for that inside line on the exit. He's up the inside, a little bit of contact on his way through, has to back out of it. Jay Jones continues as your race leader, but for how much longer as he tries to hold off the fight, trying to hold on to the inside line as much as he can, but Connor Jones just able to keep it that little bit tighter as once again through the top bend they go. A little bit more breathing space for Jay Jones this time with the North Wales 105. The fellow clubman though in the 115 machine. Connor Jones looking for a way through still as he tries once again to reel him in as they head down that far side. Adam Robinson with problems on board towards the rear of the field. Kane Parnell out of this battle in third place at the moment, but Jay Jones on to another lap, your race leader. Connor Jones in the North Wales 115 still hot on his tail with a lap to go. Can he make a difference? So he's trying to close him in, holding the tighter line through the penultimate bend, through the back end for the final time. Then Jay Jones it is who's going to come around this corner. Then checker flags made ready and raring for him. North Wales 105, Jay Jones it is that takes the win. Connor Jones takes second from Kane Parnell in the Sporting 129 taking third. Race 2 then up on the line, slightly smaller field of drivers this time, just the 4 out there. We've got Kieran Griffiths in the Severn Valley number 4, Zach Yeardley in the Sturgeon at 691, Wes Hathaway in the Breeden Hill number 1, and Josh Tickle in at the Pennine 74, and away we go racing. It looks like an even break. I think Kieran Griffiths though from the inside looks to have got the best of the breaks. Tickle is going to go with him as Kieran Griffiths just sliding out wide, going from first down to fourth place. Taking up the lead then is Josh Tickle in the Pennine number 74, but Wes Hathaway's the one that's going to go with him. Zach Yeardley in the Sturgeon 691 is trying to find a way through. He sits in third place at the minute. Kieran Griffiths trying to claw back the positions he's lost as your 1, 2, 3 and 4 nose to tail through that pit bend and down the far side into the bit into the top end for another time of Askins. Zach Yearley looking for a way through, a little bit of contact between him and his second place man, Wes Hathaway, trying to defend as well as attack in the Breeden Hill number 1. Slight bit of understeer though, slowing him down as Zach Yearley switches to the inside. They're side by side. Yearley's up into second place. Is he? Kieran Griffiths looking to follow him through. Hathaway's got the switchback in the Breeden Hill number 1, looking up the inside. 3 abreast for second, third and fourth place. Griffiths up the inside of the pair of them. Hathaway's round. Yearley's around the outside in the Sturton 691, still in third place, but now a different driver in front of him. Kieran Griffiths in the Severn Valley number 4 it is. Who's got himself up into second place now, and he's now on the hunt for your race leader. Josh Tickle it is that leads the way. The battle behind him though has allowed him a little bit of breathing space in the Pennine number 74. Kieran Griffiths now got the challenge on though with Zach Yeardley looking for a way through in the Sturton 691. He sits in third place. Wes Hathaway down in fourth place at the minute as they all start to spread themselves out a little bit more. One more lap left to go. Josh Tickle it is that leads him onto it. Kieran Griffiths, I don't think he's got enough in this one. There's a lot of gap to make up as your race leader already enters at the final bend then. Josh Tickle in the Pennine 74 will see the checker flag for the first time in the Pennine car from Kieran Griffiths, Zach Yeardley and Wes Hathaway. Third and final grid of qualifying then, it sees out Callum Coventry, Kenny Smith, Tom Morgan, Matt Hickenbottom and Adam Cochrane. They are all lined up down this far side waiting for the bungee to go up. There it goes and away we go from the line. Smith looks quick from the centre of the field, as does Hickenbottom. Callum Coventry looks up the inside, has to concede. Smith on the inside, then Cochrane right the way around the outside. Hickenbottom looks to follow suit, but he finds himself square wheeled through that top corner. Callum Coventry sits in third place, Tom Morgan in fourth, but up at the front it's Cochrane and it's got the best of the brakes in the down Autograss 43 machine. Stroud number 4, Kenny Smith looking for a way through, looking up the inside, not quite there just yet as the 1-2 head down into the top bend side by side for third and fourth. Not anymore as Tom Morgan in third place. It is that leads the way. Coventry taking a spin and allowing Matt Hickenbottom back up into fourth place, but back up to the front. Kenny Smith still challenging. Cochrane still trying to open that gap up in the down Autograss 43 machine as you 1 and 2 head through the top bend for another time as the Tom Morgan machine, Forest Dean Club number 40 is in the third place, trying to make up some more ground, but Kenny Smith trying to open that gap up and close the gap to your race leader. Adam Cochrane it is that still leads down that far side in the down Autograss 43. Then we've got Kenny Smith, Tom Morgan, Matt Hickenbottom is now in fourth place, but a fair way out of contention for the top 3 at the minute. Or is he? Because Kenny Smith has had a spin, and as I say that, commentators curse for one, works for another. Matt Hickenbottom then up into third place. Looks like it might have been contact with Tom Morgan because he's right on the back of Tom Morgan now as well. Is from fourth place in the space of a lap. Could he go from fourth into second? He's going to struggle to find the pace as he looks up the inside this time. One more lap left to go, and it is going to be Adam Cochrane that still leads, but now Tom Morgan in second place, but under pressure. He's understeering out wide, a little bit of contact as Matthew Hickenbottom finds his way through in this turn to number 62. Checker flags out for Adam Cochrane, but the battle still continues for first and second as they head through for the final time. It's going to be Matthew Hickenbottom that takes second through it all from Tom Morgan, and then Kenny Smith and Callum Coventry, when he finds himself facing the right way, will take the final position. So that completes then the third and final run of the qualifying here in the Class 8 at Pennine.